Many generations ago, in the ancient village of Edim Oro, a child was born on a night when the moon was red like spilled palm oil. The wind howled, dogs barked without seeing anything, and his mother labored for 3 days. When the child finally came out, he did not cry. He stared. The midwives trembled. An old blind diviner passing through the village that night stopped at the compound gate and spoke without being invited. This child has seen the other side, and he is afraid to return there. The father, shaken but proud, named him Okoro, meaning strength. But the diviner added one more thing before leaving. If he does not learn to accept death, he will feed death with others. No one understood until it was too late. Okoro grew quickly, stronger than boys his age, quieter too. The children avoided him. They called him spirit child, grave watcher, death's companion. When girls came of age, none agreed to greet him properly. When elders gathered, they never sent him on errands of honor. He began to feel it. The humiliation, the invisibility, the smallness. One evening, after being publicly mocked during a wrestling festival, Okoro walked alone into the forbidden forest. The air there was cold, too cold. He fell to his knees and shouted, "I will never be small again. I will never be forgotten." The forest did not echo. Instead, a shadow moved between the trees, a tall figure, neither man nor spirit. Its voice sounded like dry leaves rubbing together. "You fear being nothing. You fear dying like dust." Okoro's heart pounded. "Who are you?" "I am Ajani, keeper of years. I collect what men try to escape." Okoro swallowed. "What do you want?" The spirit leaned closer. "Feed me blood, and I will stretch your years." The wind stopped. Even the insects were silent. Okoro hesitated only briefly. "I accept." That was the night his war against death began. At first he sacrificed animals, goats, rams, chickens. His fame grew. People came from far villages. He healed the sick, cursed enemies, made barren lands fertile. He became rich, feared, respected. But Ajani returned. Animal blood feeds hunger. Human blood feeds time. Okoro's chest tightened. He was afraid, but more afraid of dying. Years later, when he turned 50, sickness struck him for the first time. He felt cold hands dragging his spirit away. Ajani appeared again. "It is time." "No!" Okoro screamed. "Not yet." "Then give me blood of your blood." That same night, his first son died in his sleep. By morning, Okoro stood up, healed, stronger, younger. His wife wept uncontrollably. He joined her, pretending. Inside, he felt relief. That was the beginning. Okoro married 3 wives over time. Neka, gentle and fearful. Uduak, observant and sharp. Adaku, proud, bold, daughter of another powerful priest. Children filled the compound. Laughter, running feet, tiny voices. But whenever Okoro fell sick, a child died and he rose again. The pattern became undeniable. Moonlight would spill into his shrine. Chants would echo softly. Blood for breath, blood for years, flesh for strength. The wives began to suspect. One night, Uduak followed him secretly. She saw him kneeling before nothing, speaking to shadows,
offering a clay bowl filled with dark liquid. She covered her mouth to stop from screaming. The 2 older wives fled secretly with their remaining children. Before leaving, they visited an ancient river priestess. The old woman dipped her fingers into the water and said, "He is not extending life, he is postponing judgment." They asked how to protect their children. She replied, "Spill a drop of each child's blood back to the earth. What is returned cannot be stolen." They obeyed, and they never returned to Okoro's compound. Decades passed. Okoro did not age. His age mates died. Their children died. Grandchildren grew old. Still, Okoro remained strong, walking upright, his beard barely gray. The village began to whisper, "Why does he not die?" But fear sealed their mouths. When Okoro was believed to be 120 years old, he collapsed during a festival. The entire village gathered. His estranged son, now an old man himself, stepped forward. With trembling voice, he shouted, "He eats his own blood to cheat death." The square fell silent. Even the drums stopped. Okoro, weak but smiling, opened his eyes. He laughed, a deep, hollow laugh. "And you would rather die poor and forgotten?" The elders trembled. No one dared touch him, because deep inside, some envied him. They feared death too. That silence protected him. Eventually, no child visited him anymore. Grandchildren who tried fell mysteriously sick. Families cut ties. The compound grew quiet. Walls cracked. Roof sagged. Dry leaves filled the courtyard. Even Adaku, the bold wife, kept her distance. She confronted him one night. "You have eaten your legacy. Who will speak your name with love?" Okoro's eyes burned. "Love does not stop death," she replied calmly. "But fear does not stop loneliness." For the first time in his long life, he had no answer. At 154 years old, his body began to fail. He had exhausted his bloodline. No child left to offer. No grandchild near. Ajani appeared once more, taller now, colder. "You have nothing left." Okoro crawled on the floor. "Take the village." Ajani's voice became thunder. "I only collect what belongs to you." His skin shriveled, teeth fell. His once powerful body twisted like dry wood. He screamed at shadows. No one came. The great Okoro was dying, alone. One morning, a foul smell spread across Edim Oro. Adaku stepped into the courtyard. Okoro lay there, eyes open, staring at nothing, finally still. The news spread like wildfire, but there was no mourning, no crying, only relief. Youth warriors carried his body to the evil forest. Such men were not buried in the village. 4 goats were slaughtered, drums played, children danced. For the first time in over a century, the village breathed freely. Years later, elders would tell the story and conclude, a man who fears death more than he loves people will die many times before he is buried. The years you steal from others will never truly become your own, because immortality without love is just a longer sentence of loneliness.